My everything hurts. Like, seriously, every little bit of me hurts. Even the no-no bits.
How could you even tell that?
No!
How could you even tell? It's quite a distinction to make. Uh-uh. Emergency. User. Death. Imminent.
Huh, I don't think dying could be this painful.
It always looked like a gentle, relaxing feeling of letting go, or a sharp blink in your dead kind of way. Whatever this twisted hell is. Maybe that's just it.
I'm in hell. Yeah, that's probably more likely.
It explained the pain. Letting out a twisted grunt/groan, I cough up. A cough as a cloud of dust almost immediately closes my lungs. Lifting me gently off the ground. Reports come in one by one that all my from my limbs as they report in. That's really awkward. Reports come in as they report in. I wanted to say reports come in from my limbs one by one. Besides my legs not working, my body's really... Oh, his upper back is really sore. Why your upper back? Why so specific? And a really raw patch of scales under my snout. I'm not too messed up, thankfully. It comes a bit slow at first, then it dawns on me the tiny fact that I'd literally be thrown down a hole. Really would think that being tossed down some nasty hole would hurt a hell of a lot more than a bit of soreness. I mean, the dust out of my eyes. Don't do that. Always blink it out. You never know if there's glass in there and you're rubbing it in and fucking up your cornea. I blink and take in the small room before me. So the crazy, just an underground place full of boxes. It's a really weird place. Emergency. User. Dude, you had 2 fucking beta readers. How the fuck did neither of them realize you're using the wrong form of emergency? It's emergency. With an E. My body goes rigid at the suddenly familiar female voice. Just as the recognition pieces together my midly foggy brain, one teeny tiny concerning detail pops into my head. That's not my vest's voice. That's Gordon's. Where's Gordon? I look behind me. Oh, there he is. Holy fuck, Gordon! Then I realized he was fucking dead. There's an unmoving human pinned beneath a large chunk of a bright red ladder. I don't think that ladder breaks in the original game, but fuck it, man. We're having fun with it. I immediately scurry over, heaving the debris off with a quick shove. I'm impressed you were able to do that, but I imagine it's like partially on the ground, so you're more like leveraging it. Gordon! My hands go to his head. My head go over to his head, turning it over and trying to get some kind of reaction. Raptor Jesus, wake up! I give his chest a violent shake, trying to see if he's out cold or sleeping. Some kind of reaction, anything. Nothing. Nothing. There's no obvious pool of blood, but he doesn't... Of course not, because his suit is made to hold that all on the inside, where it's just kind of soaking in it. It doesn't look good. There's no way to describe it. His skin has a sickly pale look. I lean down and check to see if he's breathing. Thankfully, a small, weak wheeze flickers past my scales. Still it's not enough. Even another desperate shake, his head limply flicking back and forth. Wake up, moron! Still nothing. Panic begins to settle in. My heart starts to pound in my ears. I desperately look around for something that maybe can help. To my utter terror, there's nothing more than a few boxes. Fucking idiot, I hiss, giving him one last desperate, yet equally pointless shove. Thousands of thoughts run through my mind, so I try to figure out what I'm going to do next. Calling him names and shaking isn't getting anywhere. Think, Olivia, think! Health station, health station. I want to point out, I've been playing a lot of Half-Life of late. The 2 expansions, Blue Shift and, what's it called? I like Blue Shift more than Opposing Force. Opposing Force kind of shit. It's kind of trash, man. It's weirdly self-absorbed is the way to put it, right? Whereas Blue Shift is this really nice and tight, fun experience where a lot of stuff happens relatively quickly, and it uses it teleporting in verticons nicely. Whereas a lot of times with Opposing Force, I feel like the developers couldn't bother, so they just made another grunt. Look, we have another Marine, only this time it's aliens. Give one last look, crawl around, sharply flicking my tail about. Dangerous thoughts start to fill my head as my searches come up with anything. Isn't there literally a health station and an HEV station down there, though? What if Gordon dies? What then? I try to bury the mere idea, but I can't help the deepening well in my stomach. After Jesus, if he dies, I'm all alone here. All alone. 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 The word alone makes me want to vomit. Holy shit. I think aloud as I round a corner, and my stomach immediately vanished. It's an angelic white. Oh, man, we're getting a really cute description, which is fine, except for the fact that Olivia is a fucking artist. She's not a writer. In fact, she seems like the kind of person who's like, ah, man, writers, they don't charge shit for their work. You know, like one of those online artists back when that fucking thing was like basically the talk du jour. I mean, I don't think it's gotten much better now that you can AI gen things. Although I think writing probably has it worse than art. Although art has the issue of like generally not doing the money dynamic poses. It's very stiff. If you want anything that's not a basic overview, AI Gen doesn't really get you very far. If I had the pleasure of time, I'd kneel before it in prayer and thank Raptor Jesus and God for all they've done for me. I feel like Raptor Jesus and God did not install safety equipment, though. That's not really their job. But that's for weirdos. Okay. I gotta drag this human all over here. He doesn't move an inch. Oh yeah, because he's not just an entire human being. He's an adult. He's fairly muscular, and he's wearing power armor. He's not light. Mustering all the muscle in my body. Yank him one more time. Nothing still. God, you're fat. I imagine it's more the suit than Gordon, because metal is fairly dense, as are things like rubber. Not that water is any lighter, and we're mostly made of water. Complex organic molecules suck. Trying a different angle, some kind of leverage. Give him a pull. Lose my grip. Fall back on the Yelp. My butt! Okay, I'm gonna try something else. Gently looping my tail around over his arms. I brace my hands and knees onto the floor. Oh my god, I can't believe you turned into a tow truck. There's a scooch of movement. Not a scotch, a scooch. A little scotch might mean that, I don't know. Get my genuine amazement and surprise. Gordon's unmoving body begins to move! Listen, I said silent whimper today because I'm getting fucked up by all the bad writing. Riding that high, I actually can move him. I brace my hands and knees and push ahead. I mean, your clothes are going to be fucked up from this. I mean, I can imagine this is extremely this. You're kind of overselling it. I know that he's heavy, but humans aren't that heavy. Although I guess the big problem with you is you only have your arms, and you only have part of your legs to use for this. Like, you can't leverage your calves in that sexy way that makes humans so good at running. Agonizing inch, we get close to my goal. I swear, if he dies halfway, I'm going to wrangle his soul back and kill him again. With a wheeze. I stopped just a few feet away from the health station, collapsing to the ground in a heap. Panting. Man, you need to get more energy drinks. It's not going to help you, but if I ever get back... Man, the music's not as loud as I thought it would be. With a wheeze, I stopped just short of the health station, collapsing. It's like... So, I don't think eating a salad's your problem, Olivia. You need to exercise! Your diet is not the problem here. Putting my fitness dedications aside, how the hell is a salad a fitness dedication? That's a dietary dedication. I reach up and quickly untangle the cord of the health station. Takes a few tries, a few smears to figure out what goes right. Eventually clicks to a small socket in Gordon's arm. I always thought the suit had like a central chest compartment, because that's a lot easier for like a random user to go bloop bloop compared to an arm, which, you know, requires that you, like, if it's on your chest, you can do it from a low angle, so you can just stand next to it and go click, and it's in there, right? You don't have to hold your arms up. You can do it with fairly minimal motions, whereas your arm is like this really involved motion where one of your arms has to stretch all the way to the other one. You also generally need more cabling, and it's easier to pull out, whereas with the chest thing, you can move your arms, you can gesture, you just have to stand near the compartment. Like, why would it be on the arm? Soon enough, it's probably on the arm in the design because that's how idiots would do it back in the day, but I feel like the arm does not make sense. I feel like it makes way more sense to have it on the other side of the front compartment. It's a location that's unlikely to experience a lot of dirt or grime, so the opening stays clear compared to your fucking arms. Even if you crawl along on the ground, right? If your chest is dragging on the ground, if the compartments face downwards, they will not naturally ingest stuff. And if you're walking, it'll fall out. Soon enough, the familiar thump and thrum of the machine. God, I didn't save you twice for no reason. Like, seriously, this is the second time. Aren't you supposed to be saving me? Gordon doesn't respond or move, for a matter of fact. Another pit in your stomach. Man, I'm digging too many holes. Am I too late? The suit stopped making its warning noises. Does that mean he's dead? No, before it does that, it goes, The hell's this? I just realized Briscoe, Warframe's new detective-themed frame, is hitting the Columbo pose. I've seen devs use subtext, and they're all cowards. Man, I can't believe Warframe is now plus Columbo. I startle with a small shout as the muffled yet distant explosions suddenly filter behind me. It only takes me till now to realize that there's a metallic door here. Curiosity picks up my brain as I stare at it. Part of me wants to look what's beyond there, while another part wants to stay behind it with Gordon. I mean, it's not that far away. It's only a couple of feet. I'm not gonna leave or anything like that, so take a quick peek. You're gonna trigger the next fight, you idiot! That's where some dudes come down! That's it. Crawling over, my eyes flick up to the surprising little button on the wall. Doesn't it open when you push against it? I don't know, man. I'm not as familiar with Black Mesa. Exposing a large yet hollow chamber. I peek my head out. A totally brave shout slips out of me as the whole ceiling suddenly collapses in a shower of dust and debris. I barely have time to process what the hell's going on before the familiar horrific thrum of that weird helicopter thing suddenly thunders overhead, kicking up a whirlwind of dust and air that forces me to crawl back and cover my eyes. I mean, just enough of the crap out with a hiss. I look back out. Which, honestly, the sight alone Is to be nightmare fuel. 2 black lines drop down from above, ferrying a pair of soldiers with gunpoint directly my way.
X-ray spotted.
Olivia, did you remember to bring your fucking gun?
Bad idea, bad idea!
I screech, scrambling for the door's button. Giving a solid slam, I throw myself out of the way as a spray of bullet fills the place where I just was. It takes a split second before a metallic thump fills the room as the door closes. Sigh of relief as I make a hand space. I gotta say, wait, can't they open it from the outside? Ah, crap!
Am I crazy, or was that thing just talking?
Man, I love doing stupid soldier grunts. It's great. A muffled voice on the other side filters through, sending my already frayed nerves into overdrive. Looking back over. Gordon still hasn't moved yet, even with the health station flashing an angry red of it being drained.
Gordon,
wake up, please! Sound of pounding on the other side of the door only seems to make the whole situation worse. Frantic eyes shoot around the room before landing on the pistol holsters at Gordon's hip. You had your own fucking pistol! I guess you threw it away or something. Passing over the bulky assault rifle. I mean, that would just knock your shoulders out. People underestimate how much, like, a burst fire can fuck up your shoulder. My hands grab on and pull it without thinking. Point to the door. Don't come in! I'll shoot! Yeah, that'll scare away. We have 2 assault rifles and a fucking armored suit. We're not afraid of a guy with a gun. That's literally why we're here. To kill the people with the guns.
Holy shit, it's talking.
This isn't the first contact crap, right? That was 100% on X-ray.
Hell if I know, man. So much crap going on there, it's hard to figure out anything. We have our orders.
Confused, I slowly lower my gun. Not really sure what the hell I'm hearing. Are they putting on a fucking comedy skit outside of my grave?
What if it's like E.T.? I want to kill E.T., man.
What is it? No, it's at the door.
What if it's like E.T., man? I don't want to kill E.T., man.
At this point, I'm not sure if I'm having a stroke, or died, or I'm tapped in some skit of a bad TV show. Why the hell are these guys sounding so cool with the whole not killing part? Because technically speaking, these motherfuckers were told to kill all personnel. You're technically not part of them. They're like, oh, these are scary aliens. I imagine to some extent that if you're not hostile, they're like, I guess we can kind of just put you in a corner. I'm sure our boss would appreciate it if we kept you alive, you know? Because every other alien you come across is trying to brutally murder everyone. From the wildlife to the actual soldiers. Slave soldiers. I'm going to figure out what the hell this thing is before it's a contain, whatever it is. We're containing it. Oh my god, this goes great. There's a rappel against the wall. No, there's a wrapping. Rappelling is fucking going down up.
Hey, great thing. What, I gonna hurt you?
Jack!
Oh, shut up. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is for killing it.
Oh, we're just trying to contain whatever it is, man. We're containing it, man.
Yeah, but only our F-word got broadcasted before.
Stammer looking behind me at Gordon. Maybe they won't kill me, but they'll 100% will if they learn who this guy is. I don't know if by this point they've already got orders to fuck up Freeman. Also, how the hell did you only get, like, part of your orders broadcast if you were on the fucking plane? I can imagine a ground crew might be disconnected, but...
Look.
We're coming in, man. We won't hurt you. I'm just gonna put you full of lead. It's a healthy dose. I swear it's not the lethal dose.
No, not okay.
The metallic door suddenly thunks. It takes for fucking ever to get out of its locks and systems. Raise my own to shake aim.
Zach, I'm warning you. I shot a man. I'll do it again.
Black shape suddenly flies into the room. My eyes snap wide open. What the? What are we doing? Listen, I understand wanting to humanize the soldiers a little bit, but a large part of how Half-Life works is that we're never really asked to question it. It's like they're being assholes, but they're also kind of shooting first. They're trying to get revenge, but they also started it. So it's like, you're getting revenge because you started it? What are you doing? There's a reason why there's a chapter called Forget About Freeman. Because it's like, dude, the aliens are invading and you're pissed off to get revenge? Dude, we were supposed to clean this place up and you haven't succeeded. Get the fuck out of there, idiots! Black shape flies into the room. I don't think I throw myself on the ground behind Gordon, prepared for a horrific blast and explosion. Nothing comes. Oh no, it's an assault rifle. Look, I'm okay, man, okay? What?
Jack! Jack.
His buddy hisses. Regardless of approach, the camouflage human soul started making it into the room. What the fuck? Listen, I don't care who you are. She's already said that she's gonna fucking shoot a guy. I don't know what your plan is. I like how this guy is, like, perfectly okay with this, too. Also, why couldn't it be fucking Adrian Shepard? Come on, man. Easy pickings. I know he's unconscious during, like, 90% of the fucking game, technically speaking, but whatever, man. God, I hate Adrian Shepard. I feel like they could have done so much with the concept, and instead they do nothing with it, and they just basically do Gordon 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Jack!
His buddy hisses. Regardless of protest, the camel-clad human starts working his way into the room. Holds his hands over the air. He puts his hands in the air, clearly surprised by the sodomy hovering around Gordon's body. with a gun pointed towards the Heku. Why would you? Whatever. We both seem to visually look over each other at the same time. It's about average height from what I've seen. Nothing really stands out except two tiny bits. He has glasses and a white band on his upper bicep with a red cross in them. God damn it! It's the Hippocratic oath. You know you can't kill those people, right? And the answer's like, yeah, technically,
The be a war crime, but technically we're not really concerned with that right now. If you want to shoot him, you can go ahead.
Also, this is a fucker from they use these models at Opposing Force. I don't know if they're used anywhere else, but they're used at Opposing Force, and they're medic guys. And they work like portable medic stations. Like, you walk up to them, and you hold the use key, and they just jab you full of medicine. It's very cute. I don't know if the Hippocratic Oath applies to enemies that you're supposed to clean up as part of a Black Ops operation. I'm just saying, I feel like there's limits. Wait, if we're gonna bring in the medic, are we fucking bringing in the Black Ops team? Because we have the assassins, but they're on the military side. Are we bringing in the assassins too, the Black Ops team? One, he has glasses, and two, he's got a white band across one of his upper biceps with a red cross in the middle. Okay, I have one quick question. Why? Why? If you're a cleanup crew, why are you identifying medical personnel that probably... Like, I feel like medical personnel is like something everyone on the cleanup team should just have. Because you don't want an actual doctor on site, because they might have moral objections. I'm just saying. They're like the last people you want on a job like this. I know it means I'm some military nerds that would schizo post, oh, I certain party would have won a war or two. But when I see a medic, I know a medic. Also, you're not allowed to wear that, man. The Red Cross is going after video games for that these days. He carefully tiptoes in. Dude, he's walking in fucking big old boots, which we call, I think, chests. Like coffins in Dutch. You're not tiptoeing in those motherfucking things. Hands raised to clear sound of Sodi's intent. Just barely from the opening behind me, a face shrouded by a gas mask peeks in. Clearly worried and curious what's going to happen. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's probably the other guy.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, me too, pal.
Hey, I'm here to help. The medic slowly draws closer, all too aware of my gun. This guy is way too fucking trusting for the fucking cleanup crew! Yeah, I'm here to clean everyone up, but come on, man. Everyone we've tried to kill so far is a nerd that doesn't fight, or some idiot security guard with like one 9mm gun. I'm not afraid of this idiot. Like, he has a reason to, and I think it's adorable. But I also feel like it's really misplaced, and like at this, I guess that's like what they're going with. Like, they only got half their orders, so they didn't know about Freeman yet, and that also is kind of a fairly recent development, even if they reported in. Although I feel like you're like the most likely people to receive that broadcast, considering how freaking close you are to where it happened. Easy, I'm here to help. The medic slowly draws closer, all too aware of my gun. His eyes flick down, clearly looking over Gordon. I can help him. I'm a doctor. I have a PhD in not dying so fast. He points to the arm end and to the unmoving HEV-clad human. This guy's like really presumptive about what you know as an alien. I guess he's not trained for first contact. My eyes dart between the two, still not entirely believing what the hell is going on. Up until a few minutes ago, these guys were shooting us with guns, cannons, and a fucking helicopter thing. Cannons, you mean artillery, Olivia. Please, use the proper term. You are almost certainly here with artillery pieces. Man, I hope these conversations are... Oh, God damn it. Man, there's a guy who's doing LPs and every day. I'm like, please let it be an episode that I'm interested in. One moment, please. I'm getting distracted because I'm dumb. My darts unit 2, still not entirely being what the hell's going on. So why the hell would they suddenly be so nice? Well, let me see if I can find that anxious song that I like so much. The offer, though, puts me in a serious pickle. On one hand, as in the hand that I really, really like, I can tell these guys to just fuck off like the good little toy soldiers they are. Or I can let them actually help. I wonder what his plan is. Like, you're here to literally murder everyone. I guess, again, this is why I'm like, if he has these kind of predispositions, why is he on the fucking cleanup crew? Shouldn't you drill this out of them before they're put on the team? I feel like there'd be some fun to be had if you decide to mix this over with Opposing Force, because Opposing Force reveals that there's a secondary... Canon or not, it's a fun thing you can do where it's like there's a second Black Ops crew that's trying to do the cleanup next to the soldier guys, but it's doing cleanup in like specific areas. Like with the nuke and everything. I always thought the nuke is like part of the main game, but no, it's specifically Opposing Force. I'm not saying you should make all that canon, but I think there's something you could do there. Right? I think there's something you could do there. Especially if one of them decides to help Gordon Freeman. Or I could let him help. My gaze darts down back to Gordon one last time, trying to think of what he'd do if our roles were swapped. I feel like Gordon would just be like, I have a gun, bam, 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 I can walk to the next hell station, bam, 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 bam. Also, considering Gordon can carry, I don't know how strong that power suit is, but damn, dude. Man has been lugging you around for a while. That power suit's strong. A frustrated sigh slips out of me. I don't know if I like this. This feels really weird. But on the other hand, I like where it's going. I like it. It's weird, man. It gets me going, okay? Good or bad, that's good.
Fine. Just,
I jab a sharp finger at the medic.
don't try anything. I have a 9mm, and I might hit you.
Giving a slow nod, he lowers himself to Gordon's eye while I scoot back a bit on my butt, keeping my gun trained, not aimed their way. I can't help but look as the man quickly starts to look over Gordon, muttering a few things as he no doubt looks over the suit. Meanwhile, the other Marine has suddenly decided to get into a staring competition with me. Yeah, this is the asshole of the two. It's such an interesting twist, because this is normally like, technically speaking, if you're playing the game, I think you can jump out, jump down, and like get out of that shaft before you ever have to fight any of the guys in there. 3 guys drop in, 2 are hanging from the ropes, and I think 1 gets deployed lower down. But I might be mistaken. It's a very interesting set piece, but you can just kind of rush through it if you know what you're doing. If you don't, it's just annoying as all hell. You also might get hit by the debris, so you have to time it fairly carefully, which is kind of cool. Yeah, there's the S with the 2. The 2 of us bore nasty glares both ways, the green lenses of his mask only adding a few minor aura points to his look. I mean, you're green, so you probably look funky through his green lenses. Would he even know you're green? But when you're apparently a freaking alien like I am, you can't really lose in a competition like this. Plus, I have boobs. Colton, get over here! The medic suddenly announces, blindly waving over to his comrade. No. The medic jerks his head up. Don't make me pull rank on you, man! Look, I need you! Pull rank? How the hell is the medic outranking? Ugh, I guess he is just a soldier, man. Ugh. Listen, man, you're gonna get rank pulled on by your boss when he's like, listen, we told you to kill everyone. When did that include helping some? It's like, man, I got to talk to an alien. Totally fucking worth the court-martial. Hey, I'd do it. I'd do it. I'd fucking do it. Just that's why they're never taking me in the army.
Not while that thing is here. Especially less when it's got a gun.
Asshole. But also fair if I saw an armed alien. I mean, the other aliens in this game have, like, bee guns. They shoot bees! A deadly bee weapon! My god! I won't want anything to do with it. Letting out a sigh. I mean, to be fair, you've also fought aliens that just magically conjure lightning from the air. So, I feel the gun is actually a downgrade. Also, you're green. You look a little like a Vortigaunt if you squint. Letting out a sigh, the medic raises his gaze over. Do you mind if I... Question goes unasked, but at the same time, some of the lads in the room not really any better idea. That's a lie. There's fucking tons of better ideas. But this one that helps Gordon Freeman, I think. Grumbling, I lower the gun down to the floor and shoot the... that's a great fucking dramatic irony. And shoot the soldier hiding behind the doorway, a stinky look. God, I want to call him a pussy so bad, it's fucking crazy. No. Gotta be professional here, Olivia. We have to negotiate. Seemingly satisfied enough to come around, the other soldier broaches the entryway. Breaches, more like. And slowly walks up to his buddy, keeping an eye stuck on me. Not to mention, the hands death-gripped around the rifle pressed to his chest. I mean, I appreciate that the doctor man is like, oh man, aliens. And the other guy's like, dude, we're going to fucking die. Please. Give me your spare power pack. Sorry, I have to read ahead to figure out who the fuck's talking. Give me your spare power pack.
What? Why?
Call me crazy, but this looks like one of our PCV power ports. Once more the soldier boss is reluctant to give help to anyone but himself. But with a firm and directed scowl from the pretend doctor... Dude, he's a medic. He's probably got, like, some degree of actual medical training. He might not be a PhD, but he's definitely a doctor in that sense. He sighs and pulls out a glowing blue cell from a pouch I missed earlier. With curious eyes, I watch it. Man, between this and, like, the Medipack, this setting is filled with, like, mysterious goos that refill bars. Especially the glue-on guns and stuff. I watch as the medic places the pack square on the strange symbol affixed to Gordon's chest, and it twists. Okay, I have a question, okay? I've got to go to the Half-Life Wiki. Because I never used the fucking glue-on gun. As far as I know, it comes way too late in the game, and it's just a stupid little beam gun. I just don't like it, man. It does explosive damage. Like, what exactly is the intended use case for this? I don't know what it is, man. The glue-on gun just comes so late, and it doesn't feel all that good. 2 firing modes, wide and narrow. Neat. Not present or blue shift or decay. Wait, you can play decay these days? No. I want to play decay someday. Aren't you like someone else entirely? Colette and Gina. Wait, girls?! They're both fucking girls. That's just weird, man. I thought 1990 was the pre-woke days. What happened? Wait, maybe this is 2020. Yeah, 2001. Okay, we're in the clear. It's not. It is. It's such a stupid fucking way to look at stuff. Depleted uranium-230. What? Deals massive damage with considerable radio damage at the point of impact. Highly accurate at long range. I guess that's the point. I guess it's really good against those stupid little flying fucks, but I don't know, man. It's just one of those weapons where it's like, I don't care. Like, I have to force myself to use the Tau cannon. Beep. Power level is 25%. Automatic medical systems engaged. The switch robotic voice quickly starts to chirp a bunch of other stuff that I don't really understand as I watch the lights across Gordon's arms and chest start to glow and blink. Weird harmony of hissing and whirring fills the air as whatever wizardry is inside the suit does its job. Feeling a spark of hope flutter in my chest, I watch Gordon. Gordon! I crawl out, edging one of his arms. There's a twitch of mauve in his face. Oh, so the suit didn't heal him because he didn't have enough power to keep him alive. That's actually kind of interesting. Although I think it's kind of stupid to have a suit like this that has, like, basic systems that are not, like, powered by a separate battery, or that it holds it back. But I guess the kinetic stuff can't really manage that. Like, it got overdrawn without intending to. Hey, come back! I'm having a moment here, soldiers! Go! Come back! Wake up over here! The medic equips in gently. Oh, the medic's joining in? Hey, come back! Wake up there, will ya? The medic whips in gently, patting one of Gordon's cheeks. I have to all but restrain myself from crying out in joy as well as Gordon's eyes slowly start to flutter up. You're awake! Well, how about that? I sure know how to doctor.
You plugged a battery in him, you motherfucker! You didn't do anything doctory!
Well, I have an engineering degreeing, if you don't mind.
Did you say an engineering degreeing?
I'm very panicked, okay? The orange-clad human suddenly starts to writhe and kick in place. Only held on by the arm. Whoa, easy there, buddy. Easy. You've been out cold for a bit. Why don't you just lag for a second? Get your bearings. But I got a small pen light. He starts shining in Gordon's face. Let me see what the damage is. Let's start with your name. Silence. Oh, yeah. These guys don't know that Gordon can talk. Or, like, can he talk now that he's been in some massive accident? Maybe that's something we should... Adrenaline. Administered. Gordon suddenly shoots up, shoving the medic to the ground in a hushed panic. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not how adrenaline works. Although, admittedly, I imagine Gordon's in a bit of a tussy. He scrambles around looking for something, while I'm tossed into my butt. Man, you keep getting tossed into your butt. By a sudden flurry of movement. Shouts from everyone, including myself, explode the room, like the very explosion that sent us down here in the first place. Man, that fucking helicopter's like wondering what the hell's going on down there. Why aren't you reporting in, buddy? The not-a-medic doctor raises his rifle up towards Gordon, barking orders that are lost in the drum of voices, all trying to tell the dazed human what to do. He remains frozen in place, obviously trying to reach for something before realizing it's not there. Green eyes dart around in the blur of panic before settling on the gun. Raptor Jesus! Gordon, stop! Fuck! Sorry, I laughed too much. Raptor Jesus! Fuck! Gordon, stop! My voice stands out a mile above the rest. I mean, that's because you've got big bellowing lungs. You've got those sexy lungs that make poor little Inko go, ooh, and his eyes go wide. Causing not only my human, but the two soldiers to pause. Sudden strain is a serious number in my throat. Man, you've been eating dust and dirt for a while, so maybe ease up on that. Man covers my mouth, let it a rhapsody cough. My vocal cords scream for water. And the doctor's ordered routine of not talking for the rest of the day. Again, I feel like this gets less bad over the course of the game. I guess it's the really dry weather, but I feel like you're adjusted to it. Whereas the human seems loose enough not to try and do anything stupid. Easy there, pal. Easy. The medic tries to soothe, holding out his hand. Look, you were pretty bad. We're just here to help. I didn't get my orders to kill everyone here, which is really weird. Honestly, you think they would brief us ahead of time? But we were kind of in a rush. I only just had 1 cup of coffee. And Colin here, well, he's been pretty stupid already. Gordon's eyes snap to me, obvious confusion's bleeding out in waves as he looks down. All I can do is nod, not entirely sure what to say. You're too young, Olivia. You're too young to commit murder of a doctor. So, sorry, G, man. I just let the military take us prisoner. We haven't even gotten to the fun fucking train ride section yet. I love the fun train ride section. Why can't we get to the train ride section? We can go choo-choo! It's a really short section, but then there's another train section, and there's like a couple more, but that one down below is like really fun because you get shot with a rocket launcher, no less than twice.
Wait a minute.
The other soldier pipes up, his rifle pointed away.
That gear, where'd you get it?
His finger stabs out towards you. The very clearly military-grade vest on my chest. Yeah, it's not gonna be a problem at all. I hoarsely stammer, trying to think of some explanation when my vocal cords still burn. We found it in a box! Technically speaking, that's the truth. Not a lie.
And the guns? We found them in a bunch of dead soldiers.
Again, not a lie.
But what are you guys even trying to do at this point?
Twinge of frustration. Maybe the guy's attitude. Maybe at life. Also, it is really weird that when you come down there, it feels like the soldiers are already set up to an extent, right? Like that PCV being there when the scientist is waiting there, and there's just a PCV laying there. Why don't the security guards wear it if it's available in Black Mesa? Do they have an outfit for like the people that have to clean the place up? Because that's just weird. Very useful, but like extremely presumptive that things are gonna go poorly in that kind of way, which is weird. Maybe whatever sick fuck put me here in the first place sparks in my chest. I mean, listen, as much as I hate opposing force, right, my problem with opposing force is more just the level design itself than, like, anything it tries to do. It really doesn't do the sniper rifle or any of its other elements too much justice. Although I do think the sniper rifle is a massive improvement of the stupid-ass crossbow. Yeah, but a sick fuck sparks in my chest.
What do you think, smart guy? Trying to get out of here!
The silence in the room is somehow louder than the shouting a few minutes ago. I'm not sure if that was exactly the best thing to have said. Realizing it's not too to myself, so I was looking at the room.
Well, I mean,
the medic starts, walking back to the middle room. We can just evacuate.
No!
Wait, you're not here to kill us? Well, I think some soldiers misunderstood the orders. Like I said, I had like 1 cup of coffee and I had to get out. I was too far asleep. I didn't have time. And he looks through his little dossier, and it has like giant pictures, like 1 per page, with a big red X of like kill this guy on it, with like a rubber stamp. Well, technically, neither of you are on the list because I don't think he's supposed to be in this area. You're anomalous materials, right? I have to talk to the anomalous materials guys to see if you're on the kill list. And I guess you're an alien, so you're not on the list by definition. And then fucking Colton's like, "What are you talking about? How does that work?"
No,
My earlier shouting comes to bite me in the ass. A bit of coughing racks me. I wave off Gordon as he walks over to me.
I'm fine. We'll find out our way in our room.
That's such a fucking weird... They've got helicopters. They can just drive you out. Yeah, we're just gonna walk in the warm New Mexico sun, you know. Just go for a brisk walk, you know, walk it off, limber up. That'll show them. Olivia Halford, art of the deal.
Are you sure?
It really is a safe way.
I'm scared. They'll experiment on me. They're gonna give me my flu shots, man. They're not putting those government trackers in me.
Well, technically speaking, the PCV is already filled to the brim with trackers. That's kind of how we found this guy. Which is not a joke. I'm pretty sure that's actually like a thing that's mentioned in both Half-Life 1 and 2. But I imagine the PCV has a tracker in it too. It's expensive equipment. You want it back. Man, I'm really on a roll with honesty today. Good job, me. I mean, admittedly, it's a valid concern, considering that you do, there is an implication that they have had access to these things before and are, like, experimenting on them to some extent. Especially if you consider opposing force, and the opposing force shows that off a lot. If it's canon enough, then it seems, while being a total line of true yet sounds made up, the two soldiers share a look. I mean, I imagine Colton is, like, kind of sick and tired of this, because he's had enough of a scare already. The guy's going to need his morphine, or whatever he takes to calm down. I mean, anyone who's seen some kind of alien movie versus them knows that the government always tries to be the bad guys and experiment on the happy little alien that's totally not here to hurt anyone. Usually. You know what might be fun to run is the players are like soldiermen, and they're at a location like this and they find an alien. They are the people that are going to abduct him, but that's not even their job. They're there for something completely different. I mean, are you sure? Look, I can talk to my boss and tell him that you're bad for operation. Like, I tried to cut you with a knife, and every time I did it, you went, "Eh!" And it was really sad. If they want to go out there on their own, I'm fine with that. Besides, douchebag. My name for the guy now jabs a finger between Gordon and I. I'm pretty sure you guys won't be too happy. That's a weird talking alligator with tits and an earned military gear. Man, they're gonna be jerking off all day. We're gonna get nothing done. I'm supposed to shoot 20 scientists before lunch. And all I'm doing is looking at her tits. And I don't even know if she's underage. Wait, why are you thinking about that? Listen, buddy. I'm a soldier, man. I've been sitting in the barracks for days. I'm bored. Hey, what am I saying? Hey, what the? The medic hums, cupping his chin and cutting me off. Obviously not too happy at letting us go in the wild. Honestly, it's starting to seem like this guy's actually kind of chill. Like he wants to help us. Wants to get us to safety. He's going to fucking die. This is the soldier Dow always talked about. And he's a fucking doctor dork. Blech. I mean, I'm not going to try to force you guys. I'm kind of scared you're going to crush me. I'm not going to be the first human to force an alien to do what they don't want. I'm not going to be the first. Oh, he's not going to be the first human.
Don't worry, you're not.
Wait, what? Nothing. I feel Gordon's gaze boring into the side of my skull. Gordon is like, man, if I could talk, we were going to have serious talk. More or less, the army guys legitimately are, as in, like, 100% cool with letting us go our own way. At least, douchebag is. Medic guy is still not on board, offering us a handful more times some way he can help. Gordon, naturally, probably more out of spite than anything else, doesn't decide not to say anything. Thank you. It's my job. I'm actually happy to you guys wearing a suit. Whatever the hell you guys have run through, did a pretty good job of keeping you safe. Can't help but wonder, though, where are all the bullet marks from? I appreciate that he's aware of the fact that there's a suspicious amount of bullet marks. This is the moment where I feel like anyone sane would be like, hand on the gun, like, Gordon, we might have to shoot these fuckers. It's not a word. There's not a word that can describe how much faster Gordon and I start moving. Gathering our stuff, getting my butt settled into the harness, we start moving through. The Marines probably like, what the? Wait, what? They're a little baby man? The Marines down on either side is giving respective looks, one of gentle kindness and the other wishing we'd left hours ago. We've not even been here for hours. I give the alien one final nod before Gordon slowly crawls out into the shaft, the door whooshing down to separate us. Holy fuck! It was a talking alien!
Bitch at that too.
Snap my head backwards. Leave it. Leave it. Do not shoot him with the guns. Also, aren't they... It feels really weird that he's just okay with this. I feel like if you went into an emergency area and you met up with a soldier, they wouldn't just let you go. Right? You just make evac more difficult later. What starts as a brisk stroll quickly turns into a rush sprint as Gordon has a better idea to put much distance between us. Which is honestly isn't a bad idea.
So, I want to make clear that, like, there wasn't anything I could do.
I explain as the human carefully clambers down a ladder. As you sharp himself.
Look, it was either them or, like, I don't know how your suit works, idiot. Apparently, he just needed a fucking spare battery. I needed some double A's.
It briefly comes to a stop, standing still for an agonizing few seconds. For a gloved hand reaches back and blindly pats me on top of my head. What the hell, dude? Boop, boop, boop. Honestly, if someone told me the amount of times in my life I'd be crawling around in musky vents with a gun in my hand, I'd call him a major schizo and tell him to leave me alone as fast as possible. But here I am! Here I am! Here I am, crawling around in a musky vent with a gun in my hand. Wait! Once we made as much distance between us and the Marines as possible, we come across a seemingly endless maze of vents that led both nowhere and everywhere at the same time. They all lead back to where we've been before, or some useless dead end. In some of the darker cases, we'd be crawling just above some group of Heku soldiers, seemingly oblivious to us, as they talked about how many scientists... Oh, yeah, this is one of the encounters you have. You can shoot them if you want. I want to pounce them and give them a piece of their own medicine. It'd be best if we kept moving forward while we snake around underground. Underground. Back inside of the hill, been trying to escape for so long. I was close to getting out. I could feel the sun's warm rays beating down on my scales. Beating feels such a... It's just shining down on your scales. Teasing me with freedom just behind... Oh, I don't know, an entire army. And now I'm back where I started. Underground. In Undertale. Which is really starting to... No. It's already on my nerves. I swear to Raptor Jesus, if we come across one more... Ow! My hands go up to my sore snout. I rub, look up, meeting the rather square shape of Gordon's backside. It's hard to make out in the dark, only the lamp and his chest a little bit in the way. Which naturally, I'd shove snout first into his butt. Ew! It's full of concrete dust. Because he's been sitting on the floor dying. Just as I open my mouth to give him a mouthful, he blindly waves his hand back. We have to turn around again. You have to be joking! He isn't. Letting out a droning groan with which rattles off the fence walls. I slowly begin the process of turning around, which, when you have a tail like mine, isn't exactly a fun process. Taking a few awkward minutes, I get myself twisted about and start going backwards. I can't help but let out a few purposefully loud grumbles. Management needs to know how unhappy I am with the current situation. As I lead the way, I come across another split in our path. This way, I'm picking the way, I declare, having completely forgotten which vent we even came from earlier. Choice seems to sprawl before me like a multiple choice question at first. I have 1 in 3 chance of actually being right. You have a 1 in 3 chance of being wrong. You have no idea if the other two are both like equally valid. Just before I make my choice, something wafts up my nostril, a hauntingly metallic smell, and something that by all means anyone who should know it should be locked up somewhere. Blood. Well, years of evolution have dulled some of the senses. I'm still very much a baryonyx. So, I let my nose make the choice. This way. I point to my left, already crawling forwards. I appreciate that, she gets a little moment where, like, her particular traits are useful in the situation. It is a ventilation system, so it would naturally carry sense places. Gordon's light only gives the bare minimum of definition. The further we press forward, the stronger the smell gets. Soon enough, to my careful pleasure, I start to see a light beaming in from around the corner. We've had false alarms before, but I'm not falling for another one again. This one? This one's different. This time out around the corner, my hand lands on something wet. Bring it up to Gordon's light, sneer disgust, and wipe it off. Blood? That probably explains the smell. Riding around the corner, I freeze. A familiar red door from earlier rests firmly shut. Its colors slightly dulled by the thick security glass before it. I know that door. It's the one when we first got into this level. Level? Video games. Which means dead ahead is the security office. Rapidly speeding up my crawl, I rush towards the ever-growing light. Bleeding over a few splotches of blood, everything is put into getting out of this vent as soon as possible. With the last heave, I gracefully 100% in control tumble to the ground. Well, so much for the Pew! Totally brave, hitting control yelp exploded out of me. The moment another voice suddenly popped out of nowhere. Instincts honed by hours of being in the cell naturally took over. Shoot first, ask questions later. Hindsight, maybe not a bad idea. Standing haunched or turned away is a balding male scientist. A clear, smoldered bullet hole a few feet away from him. You didn't hit him by a mile. For once, my crap aim actually saved a life. This is the fact I almost shot the guy. Very slowly turns to look at me. Ah! He seems like a total girl. Pressing himself as tightly as possible into a corner, shooting himself. Please! My God! Please! Don't kill me! Oh, Raptor cheese! I'm so sorry! Tried to reason, dropping the gun and closing this. I've seen us. Tried to explain myself. Wrong move. He only screams louder, pathetically waving his arms in some loser attempt to protect himself. Stay back! You're going to lay eggs in me! Your deafening ray can't hurt me! Securely caught off guard. Mercifully, a thump behind me announces Gordon's arrival. He shoots me a confused look, to which all I could do is wave my hands at the blabbering nerd. It's entirely my fault, but eggs? Saurians don't lay eggs. I think. I really should have paid more attention in anatomy class. Gordon takes charge of the situation, walking over to the poor guy and resting a hand on his shoulder. Incoherent mumbling comes to a stop as he looks up, recognition flooding his face. Gordon! Oh, what are you doing here? What is that thing? I have a name, you know. What? Oh, yeah, the gunshot. Man gives a dismissive wave in his direction. No point in talking to the deaf. Hunkering down in my spot, some tingy smell fills the room from his direction. Takes me a second to realize, oh God, he pissed himself! Gordon! Wait, Gordon! He announces. Suddenly, rather loudly on account of his ears probably ringing to shit. A hand wraps around one of Gordon's biceps, suddenly making what's a pathetic plea seem all the more important. The government! They're killing everyone! I could have told you that. Gordon snaps a sharp glare my way. My eyes roll as I fold my arms. Still listening to the one-sided conversation, of course. Their idea of containment is to kill everyone involved with the project. My hand slips off of my companion's arm, a firm line settling onto his face. Judging by your hazard suit, I'm going to say you're part of what went wrong. Isn't that right? I do appreciate that later in the Lambda Labs, you do in fact see another HEV station, and they are missing like all 3 suits, which helps explain the bodies you find. A seriously awkward air fills the room. I look up at Gordon, suddenly mindful of his face. The entire time I've been here, I've just been in the middle of this. Very nerdy words have been tossed around, but I have no idea what caused any of this or how I got here. But does Gordon have anything to do with it? With a sharp grunt, the scientist raises to his feet, straightening his jacket. Now look, if anyone can end this catastrophe, it's the science team and the Lambda complex at the opposite end of the base. With the transit system out, I couldn't tell you. Whoa. I interrupt, firmly cutting off the human's rambling with a firm swipe of my hand. Crawling over, I get in between the two. The new human, clearly unnerved, not by my proximity, because I'm me.
What do you mean, end it? Look, we're just trying to get out of here.
A nervous laugh slips out of me as I hold a hand up to my face.
I just want to find a way out of here and get home. We're not supposed to fix all of this.
My gaze drawn downwards, flicking between the humans. Both, Gordon more worryingly, giving uncertain look. What the fuck does this mean? I know Gordon's giving you an unworrying look, but it's really weirdly phrased.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you are, but unless this is somehow fixed, no one is going home. And this is the part where you're basically told to go to Lambda Labs. Because you've been to the surface, you did it, and then the game is like, nah, the game ain't over, buddy. Man, my throat's feeling it. Where did Tycho find I'll have these guys outside of Kmart? Is a typo in the title? Yeah, there's a C missing. Tactical withdrawal. Oh, this is when you go down, yeah. This is when you get to, like, the stupid little, lift thing. Alright. Good chapter. I know I was a bit of a weirdo about it, but good chapter.